Number 7, it wants us to fill in this t-chart. And all we have to do is we have to plug in x being 1 and figure out what y is. Then plug in x -3, figure out what y is. Then it switches it up. We have to plug y in as being 2 and solve for the x variable. So each time you're simply plugging in one of the values and solving for the other variable. So let's start this. Let's plug x1 into the equation. So the equation is y equals -2 times whatever you have for x, which is 1, plus 4. So that gives us -2 plus 4, which is 2. So this is 2. I'm going to do it again right here. -2 times the x. This time they give us -3 plus 4. Just plug it into the equation up top. So it gives me y equals 6 plus 4, which is 10. Now I have to do it for when y is 2. So I'm going to replace that y right there with a 2. So I'm going to do that right here. Y is 2 equals -2x plus 4. It's going to take a little more solving here. I need to move my number over to the other side because I'm solving for the x in this case. -2 equals -2x. I now divide by -2 on both sides, and I get 1 is equal to x. So x is 1. What about when I do it with -2? So I replace the y with -2 and then solve. Move the 4 over again. I get -6 is -2x. Divide by -2. You're going to get x is 3. Number 8, doing the exact same thing. I'm going to put x is 1 into the equation. So the equation says x minus y equals -1. So subtract 1, subtract 1. Opposite of y is -2. If the opposite of y is -2, y must be a positive 2. So we have a positive 2 there. Next problem, I'm going to plug x being -3 in. -3 minus y equals -1. We now add a 3, add a 3. We get the opposite of y is 2. Therefore, y must be -2. Next, I now got to switch it up and change the y to a 2. So x minus the y is a 2 equaling -1. And this is easier to solve. We get x is 1, which notice that's the same point we had up here. And notice this next one, by chance, is going to be the same guy we have there. We should get -3 for the next one. Let's double check ourselves. X minus the y is -2 equaling -1. This minus a negative changes to a plus. So now how am I going to get rid of that plus 2? I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And x is -3. So yes. So we're pretty sure we did all those problems correctly because the answers match. That was just by chance. I had no idea that was going to happen. Number 9, plug in x to be 1 into the equation. Y equals 2 times 1 minus 20. 2 minus 20 is -18. Plug in -3 this time. I have -6 minus 20, so -26. Now I got to plug in the y being 2, so that's going to be a little trickier. So I'm going to plug this y2 into the y there. 2 is equal to 2x. Take away 20. Now I got to solve for x, so I'm going to move my number over to be with the other side, to be with the other number there. And now final step, divide by 2, we get 11. Okay. And now we're going to plug in -2 for the y. This is why we learned how to solve for a variable, and we did so many of them. 18 is equal to 2x, divide by 2, divide by 2. X is 9. And there you have 7, 8, and 9.